All right, we're going up. We're going live. Okay, that's live. You can go back to production truck and that box there. You won't be in the other thing the rest of the night. Okay, we are now live, and it's time for me to say good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wichita Northwest High School for tonight's season finale. It is senior night here at Northwest, and the Grizzlies will take on the Indians from Manhattan, Kansas, in a rematch of last year's season finale, which we played up there at Bishop Stadium in Manhattan, Kansas. Glad to have you on board wherever you are. My name is Kevin Arkin. I'm joined by Craeg Kamerick and our production crew of Trenton Scott and Max Harbacek, ready to bring you a great game on an absolutely beautiful night here in Wichita. 82 degrees, the current temperature in Wichita, and there is not a puff of wind. The flags are all limp. It's just an absolutely perfect late October night. It's actually more like late August than it is late October, with the temperature being as high as it is. It was in the 80s all day today, a very warm day here in Wichita. But a beautiful evening, and there's not a cloud in the sky, and there is absolutely zero chance of any kind of rain tonight. So sit back and get ready to enjoy an evening of great football. Let me bring in Craeg here at this point. Craeg Kamerick, welcome aboard, and this is a big game for both of these teams tonight.
It sure is, Kevin. And what you told me earlier was both teams, they're 6-1, and it's mainly just seeding on the line at the moment because, let's say, for a scenario, if Northwest wins, they'll go up to about the second seed in 6A. And if they lose, they could drop down all the way to the 8th seed. So, yeah, it's a very big game for both teams because it's a lot of seeding on the line for the playoffs.
There is a huge logjam at the top right now. A lot of teams with one or two losses going into the last game tonight, and depending on how things shake out, not only here, but elsewhere around the state. A lot is on the line, and, there's a very good chance, quite frankly, that we're going to see this team again in the playoffs. Last year, we lost to them in Manhattan on at the season finale, and had turned right around 3 weeks later, go up there and play them again in the playoffs. And our only two losses of the season came in Manhattan. So this is a revenge night, if you will, for Northwest as they want to get that top seed, or that's number 2 seed. Washburn Rural right now is the overall number 1 seed. They are undefeated at 7-0 going into tonight, and they play I think they play Topeka West, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure they play one of the weaker Topeka teams, so it's pretty foregone conclusion they're going to win out, and they're going to run the table here in the regular season. So let's get the number 2 seed tonight and take it from there.
Yes, Kevin. Gaining that number 2 seed, I think, will put some chips on some of the Northwest players' shoulders and just give them some confidence that they will definitely need going into the playoffs because you got some really tough teams that are going to look at the playoffs, especially Manhattan. And also that starts today. We got to get a good statement win against a really good football program. And also you got to be prepared for the possible opponents that they'll face in the playoffs after that.
Let's take a moment to explain what the viewers at home are watching right now. It is senior night, as I mentioned, here at Northwest tonight, and the senior night festivities are taking place right now. I thought they were going to do it at halftime. Obviously, I'm incorrect. They're doing them now during the pregame, and the band members, the football members, who are all seniors. I think cross country is being honored tonight. A number of the fall sports teams are being recognized here tonight for their senior night as well. And I lost my thought now. And anyway, we congratulate all of the seniors, and I also want to express, Craeg, to you my own personal congratulations as you took your senior night walk on Tuesday at the soccer finale here at home against Wichita East. Congratulations on a good soccer career here at Northwest.
Well, thank you very much, Kevin. It was really special to me, and that night was really special. It's just, I mean, I've only been in the soccer program for about 2 years now, and just I really liked the culture that came with the soccer program, just the culture of accepting, and it was just really nice. And then that night was just something special, just to appreciate our hard work and just putting in, for me 2 years, and then some of the other guys 4 years into a really tough and very good soccer program here at Northwest.
And of course, when you take your walk, and uh, everyone who takes their walk gets their bio read. And what was your most memorable soccer moment at Northwest?
So mine was winning the JV tournament 2 years in a row. We won it this year, and then we also won it last year.
It's a pretty good achievement.
Yeah,
but some of those JV teams, a lot of those JV teams are very good.
Yeah, they sure are.
And, we've hosted that tournament forever. And I think last year, if I'm not mistaken, was the first year that we won our own tournament. And then you come back this year and do it again. And in between the two of you, the girls won it in the spring. So, we've got a three-peat now in the soccer program at the JV tournament. And congratulations to you. And I know you started, all the seniors started the varsity contest. And I know you got to start, but you got some serious minutes in there as well because you were brought back in later on in the first half. Was that exciting?
Yeah, it was. I honestly thought after I got subbed off that was going to be my night for senior night, but Coach Clifton, he put me back in just for a couple more minutes, and that is very exciting for me, and I very much appreciate Coach Clifton for that.
And those the only varsity minutes that you played in the 2 years? Because you were on JV
Yes.
both years, right?
Yes.
And that's what I thought, and I kind of acknowledged that in a way when you and Julian Garcia stepped onto because you came back in together, the two of you, and of course you were the two JV seniors that got to start on varsity. But when you came back in and played the meaningful minutes, if you will, and I'm not saying the first minutes weren't meaningful, because I know they were for you, but I'm talking about the important, meaningful minutes without belittling anything. When you came in, really, it kind of thrilled me when I got to say that this was yours and Julian's, that this was your first varsity minutes, and you got to do them on scene, and you guys played well.
Yeah, and it was a really good statement win as well for the varsity team, because just lately during this season it's been kind of a rough patch for Northwest, and just the last couple games that we played really well, and especially senior night. We picked up a 4-2 statement win against East, and it was just a really good night. And Coach
and that's
Clifton,
a team that we lost to 4-0 in the Titan.
Yeah, and Coach Clifton just loves the momentum that we're bringing into the postseason now, because we're having to play at North on Monday, and that will be our first regional game. And Coach Clifton is just appreciating how much work we've been putting in the last couple of weeks. And like you said, we did play them in the Titan Classic a couple months back, and we lost to a score of 4-1.
It was 4-0.
Oh, it was 4-0.
I believe it was 4-0.
Yeah, 4-0 to East, and then we went ahead and scored 4 in just the second half of that game on Tuesday. So that
Christian Urbano was on fire in the second half. If you folks missed it, go back and watch the podcast. He scored 3 goals in like 8 minutes.
Yeah, it was a really good win too, and just it showed so much improvement that we desperately needed going into the end of the season, and that's a lot of good momentum going into the postseason with.
And we'll just end the soccer part of this on the note that we are planning to broadcast that game on Monday. The kickoff is at 4:00. We'll be on the air at 3:40 on Monday, right here on NWHS Grizz, with our pregame for Monday's varsity regional semifinal. Okay, we're going to turn it over here at this point to our head coach, Steve Martin. Get him on board. We got a 60-second timeout first, and then we'll send it to our pregame interview with Steve Martin. You're watching NWHS Grizz, and this is Grizzly football.
Hey, Grizzly Nation. This is Eric Hofer-Holdeman, your principal at Northwest High School. Did you know Grizzly Pride is the combined booster club and PTO here at Northwest? They support both athletics and academics. We're asking you to join Grizzly Pride this year. Due to these extraordinary times, Grizzly Pride doesn't have the same fundraising opportunities they normally have, and we need you to join and offer your donation to help Grizzly Pride out. Go to our Northwest webpage, join today. Go Grizzlies.
Our pregame festivities continue now on our home finale, and we're joined, as always, by our head coach, Steve Martin. Coach, let's look back to your game at Riverfront last week against West High, a very workmanlike victory. Congratulations.
Yeah, the best thing about that game is it's over. It's a place I don't like playing at. It's just a different surface for our kids. We don't practice on that kind of surface. It's a spongy, sandy, surface. I just, didn't like it. Of course, last year, had a bad taste in our mouth with losing, Mikey Lopez to that, so that doesn't help it. And the logistics of everything. It's just, I know they say it's for the kids, but I don't think having an atmosphere like that is something that, our kids get excited about. You're standing out in right field by yourself. Your home crowd's about 300 feet from you in the first base dugout. So, they have a beautiful facility. I just do not like it as a football place, to play at. It's just, for us, the logistics as a coaching staff of moving things around and stuff. But, our kids did. They played great. We talked about it. We got to get through this game. We've had our eyes set on a certain game for a long time, about 365 days. And so, our guys handled it. They got in, they did what they needed to do and got out of there with the victory and got out healthy. And that was the big thing.
And you touched on it. The biggest concern I would have as a coach is the safety factor, because they lay that sod down, and there's no way that sod can take and bind itself to the ground beneath it in the short time that it's down before it's played on.
Yeah, their ground crew is amazing. They do a great job of trying to do what they need to do for it. But it's a baseball field. It's not a football field. It's not a football surface. It's not a football sod. It's just it's a baseball field acting like a football field, during this time of the year for them to get more people into the stadium. And, once again, though, it's a beautiful stadium. It's very nice. If you haven't been out there to watch a game, I'd highly recommend going to a game there. We went there this summer to watch the 4th of July fireworks and stuff. It's a beautiful facility, something that Wichita can be proud about, but it's a baseball facility, not a football field. And, for me, I'll stand on my grave on that one. I just do not like playing a football game there.
I can't say I blame you. Let's move on. We're not picking on Riverfront or anybody down there, because they're very nice to us, and we really appreciate their hospitality. You mentioned the game you've been waiting 365 days for.
Yeah.
Is that coming up here, like at the top of the hour?
Yeah, and it's something that we had this thing circled for a long time. Last year. Going up there week 8 with a fairly young team that, was very tested against Carroll, and then a team that really didn't get tested last year, a group that's full of young guys. We talked about this last year being a very big youth movement, and, you travel up to a hostile environment with, the number 1 team in the state of Kansas at all levels, and you go up there. Sometimes you felt like we were in a sword fight with a kitchen butter knife. So, but our kids were resilient, and I'm very proud of how they handled it after the loss. It's probably one of our biggest deficits we've ever had since maybe my first or second year here at Northwest, and our kids really responded, and so did our coaching staff, of getting ready for then playing them 3 weeks later down the road in the playoffs, and going up there and really about walking out of there with a victory. Offensively we weren't clicking, but defensively it was a workmanlike manner. It kind of flipped the game to where the game one, both defenses had trouble stopping each other, and then you go to the playoff game and it's opposite. Both offenses were really struggling, and pardon me, it's one of those games where you look at and you want to be older when you play those guys, and and that's where we're at. You know, we've had a very tough off season. You know, we've had a very challenging schedule, I believe, that has gotten us ready for this moment. You know, we've experienced, you know, of losing the East in the middle of the season. That I think has been great for our boys. It has refocused our kids. It's refocused our coaching staff, and now we've been working on things to get ready for Manhattan and fix what we were negligent, you know, not doing so well in the middle of the season. And so we haven't had that type of litmus test in the middle. We haven't had that mid test, you know, where you see what if you've gotten better since the Bishop Carroll game, you know, and then now this. So this is going to be a great test for us. It's at home. It's senior night. I'm very excited. You know, our kids play with a lot of high energy. There's a rumor that a former alumni playing for the Jets is going to be here with us Friday, you know, so it's a special game for me, you know, with him here and anytime those guys come back. And, you know, we're playing, you know, a team that is right there in the thick of it, you know, with Washburn Rural, ourselves, you know, Derby, East, you know, there's about 6-7 teams on the west side of the bracket that can go play in the state title game. And the thing is, all of us have a loss. And so it's really going to be a dogfight in the playoffs. This game, that what matters to us Friday night is playoff seeding. If we win this game, we will be the number 2 seed, and we'll have home field advantage throughout the playoffs because I believe some of the higher seeds on the other side of the bracket will not make it through with this bracket. 6A West is very, very tough this year, and you know, if we can set ourselves up to where we can play in the happy confines of Northwest Stadium and have our kids and student section there and parents there, you know, our kids feed off that energy. And so, you know, we're looking for that energy tonight of senior night and, you know, having Brees here with us. We're looking to feed off that and show these guys really what Northwest football is about, because last year I don't think in both games we were able to show what our program has built in. And so, you know, we're going to turn this thing. They want to slow it down, and we're going to try to turn it into a track meet.
And I'm assuming that, and you tell me if I'm incorrect, that the winner of this game tonight has, first of all, has a big lead in on the playoffs as far as hosting is concerned, and that, you know, if Northwest were to fall tonight, there's a good possibility that we would end up making a trip to Manhattan in the playoffs. Is that possible?
Yeah, you know, the one thing that we're worried about is we solidifying the win. We know we can handle our kind of road to the championship doing it this way. You know, there's about probably, if we would somehow stumble tonight, you know, you're looking at maybe about 5 different 6 scenarios with other teams in the mix that could be doing it. But you know, what's great is we win. Our destiny is in our hands. So we want to control what we can control, like we've always talked about in our program. And so if we would somehow stumble tonight, you know, you're looking at probably the lowest seed we would ever have would be 6, and even the best at 4. So there's just it's October, it's getting close to Halloween, you know, and Friday 13th came, and there's a lot of weird stuff that can happen, you know, but you know, 6A is wide open. There could be a team that has 2 or 3 losses in the state title game on the west side. It is a very, very quality field in 6A West, and we're happy to be one of those quality teams that can get there into Emporia.
You've said all along your goal is to be playing in November. It'd be nice to be playing in November right here at Northwest.
Yeah, there's just something about walking out that door right there and walking out on the field and, you know, having our routine that we can control. We don't have to worry about being someone else's guest. You know, it's just – it's good football. When we're playing at home, you know, in the playoffs and we have home field advantage, this program has always taken it to the state title game. So we feel like, you know, that just solidifies coming here, playing here, getting the crowd behind us is a huge advantage, and when we want to play that way, because, you know, it's not fun going on the road. Number one is because a lot of our families, you know, can't travel, can't make it out that way. So it's nice when it's at home and it's accessible for our fans and our students here, and that's what this is all about, is representing our community and showing everybody where this program's came. And, you know, we've taken this thing to a household name in the state playoffs, and you know, is considered one of the top 5, top 10 programs in the state of Kansas. And so, you know, we're looking on carrying that on, and we hopefully can take it another step. So we're very excited about tonight and the next couple of weeks coming up for Grizzly football.
Let's go out on this note, if we can. Tonight is senior night, as you mentioned a couple times. Talk a little bit about the senior class you have this year and what they've meant to you.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, you can't really put into words what this senior class means to this program. You know, for us in a big picture of things, this was really our first team that has came through the Grizzly youth organization from start to finish. This team started as fourth graders with Coach Lopez, and they have ran our system word for word, offensively and defensively. And, we're seeing that. The sophomore class was the next really class to come through for that. And so, it's a special time around here, and we're excited about finishing it. They all, their goal when they were in 5th, 6th grade was to win a state championship here. And they got one more shot to do it. And so, man, that would be a fun ending to their story to go out and do that. And so, so many players, Michael Lopez, Jace Glasper, Sincere Thompson, Dalton Schrader, Trey Birch. I mean, the list goes on and on for guys that have done so many great things for this program and are also going to continue on their playing career at the next level with a lot of offers with this group, too. A very talented class, but also a very workmanlike class as well.
Well, best of luck to you tonight on senior night.
Yep.
I know the seniors especially will be extra excited tonight. Let's get a W against Manhattan, and we'll talk playoff football next time.
Yep, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Head coach Steve Martin on our pregame interview. Stay tuned. We're going to take a 60-second timeout, and then we'll be back with more of our pregame activities before tonight's game against the Manhattan Indians. You're watching NWHS Grizz, and this is Grizzly Football. That's the national anthem, and Victor's played by the Northwest Marching Band. Welcome again, everybody, to Northwest High. We're Counting down to the start of our big game. 2 6-1 teams going at it tonight for supremacy and home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Let's go ahead and take a moment here and give you what information we do have, and it is spotty. We do not have the starting lineups for Manhattan. They were not provided to us by the athletic department up there. So we're going to give you the projected starters for Wichita Northwest, and we will start with the defense. And with that, here's Craig.
All right, thank you, Kevin. And your defensive starters for Northwest here. At the 2 defensive end spots, it will be number 99, Brady Johnson, along with number 0, Trey Birch. He stands at 6 foot tall and 260 pounds. At nose tackle, it will be number 20, Peyton Dean. At the will linebacker spot, it will be number 34, Quavon Harris. At the Mike linebacker spot, it will be number 22, Jacob King. He is 5'10" and 175 pounds. At the Sam linebacker spot, it will be number 31, Jamari Bland. He stands at 6'2". At your nickelback, it will be number 1, John Michael Fountain. At free safety, it will be number 4, Amari Bohannon. At strong safety, it will be number 11, Jeremiah Harris. He stands at 5'9", 155 pounds. And at your 2 cornerback spots, it will be number 12, Jaleel Cooper. He stands at 5'7", 135 pounds. And at the other spot, it will be number 8, Takari Brown. He stands at 6'1", 170 pounds. And that is your defensive starters for Northwest High School.
All righty, here come the offensive starters, and we'll see if we get these in before the Grizzlies take the field. As you can tell, the band is lined up along with the cheerleaders to welcome the Grizzlies. They have yet to enter the helmet, so let's see what we can get done. These are the projected offensive starters. We'll start with the offensive line at left tackle. Braxton Hopper, a 5'10", 235-pound senior. At left guard, a junior, Devin Gracie, 5'10", 235 pounds. At center, a senior, number 73, Nathan Davis, 6 foot, 255 pounds. And at right guard, this guy's all world, folks. Dalton Schrader, a 6'5", 280-pound beast. And at right tackle, a sophomore, D'Angelo Williams, wearing number 78. Your quarterbacks, they're going to alternate tonight. It'll probably start out with number 15, Jalen Mason, and they'll alternate him with Jace Glasper at 6'2", 170, the senior. And when he's not playing at quarterback, Glasper is going to be one of the wideouts on the left side. He'll be joined there by Michael Lopez, and we're certainly glad to have him back tonight. He's been out the last week or so hurt. Michael Lopez, 5'6", 140-pound senior. Also at wideout, Chase Carter, number 81. Your running backs, you got a great combo back there. The senior, Sincere Thompson, 5'10", 205 pounds. And then the sophomore, number 3, Deuce Bohannon. And Bohannon literally has been running ripshod over everybody the last 3 weeks. So that's going to be a big backfield, and we're going to need it to counter the running attack of Manhattan tonight. And your halfback, when they go to the 3-man backfield, will be Phillip Givens, 5'11", 220-pound senior. And that's the starting lineups for Northwest on a gorgeous night for football. Grizzlies haven't made their way out of the locker room yet, and we still have 5 minutes to go before the coin toss, so we've got a little bit of time with which to work. The game tonight starting 5 minutes later than normal to accommodate television. There'll probably be some media timeouts there as well. They don't give them to us, but they give them to the TV boys. And this is the group from Channel 22 here in Wichita locally. Lots of media here. Manhattan's media is here. They're streaming the game back to their market. And not only are they doing it, but their radio station is here, and we're happy to welcome them. They've been so good to us when we've gone up to Manhattan. nice to be able to return the favor. And another celebrity of note, Brees Hall is in the building.
Yeah, one of the most recent really good players that has been produced out of Northwest here. He's probably one of the best halfbacks that Coach Martin has ever coached. And
he's making a lot of noise with the New York Jets these days. Here come the Grizzlies making their own noise. Grizzlies wearing their navy solid uniforms with gold trim, gold numerals tonight. And Manhattan will wear their solid white uniforms with light blue numerals to counter the Grizzlies tonight. Good crowd on hand, and I know it's I was in the building today, Craig, so I know we have a Halloween theme tonight, and kids were encouraged to come dressed in costume. I'm not sure I see a lot of costumes below us.
Yeah, so the thing is, the theme got changed, I believe, yesterday. The theme is supposed to be blackout now.
Well, they've done that because everybody's wearing black. Yeah, all the kids are all wearing black. I was going to ask if maybe there was something going on I was not made aware of. Evidently, Mr. Holdeman wasn't aware of it either because he mentioned it this morning in the announcements over the PA that tonight was a Halloween theme. He was reminding everybody not to wear masks, and that's the reason he brought it up for their own safety, and that's certainly understandable. I like the blackout theme better than Halloween anyway.
I do too.
I think that's a good theme. Getting ready for the coin toss here. Grizzlies will send out their foursome. Trey Birch is out there, along with Michael Lopez. Good to see him walking out there. Jamari Bland, and, of course, Jace Glasper for Northwest. For Manhattan, their captains are Max Stenard. Now they move before I could read all the numbers as they came out. Logan Stevens is out there. Ian McNabb and Tyler Dershey. Those are the four captains for the Indians of Manhattan High School. And we have learned the last few weeks, we cannot hear the referees' mics up here in the booth. So we're not, we've hung mics out and we've stuck our headsets out the window. It just didn't help it. We've even stuck our heads out the window and we can't hear them without anything on. So we'll just have to wait for the signals from the officials, and hopefully they'll give us good, clear, crisp signals. They're still reading the riot act of both teams here, Craig, in anticipation of what's going to be a rather exciting night. And we've got a full house again on the Northwest side.
Yeah, Kevin, I just think it's a big game for both teams. And Northwest students, they're excited to just end this football season and move on to the playoffs. And like we talked about earlier, this is a really big game for seeding. So Manhattan and Northwest, they really want to win this game.
Manhattan will have the ball first. They will play from right to left, from left to right, here in the first quarter, as you're watching this on your screen. So we are now moments away from kickoff here at Northwest High School. And we're glad to have you on board wherever you are on planet Earth watching tonight. I know there's a lot of excitement in the all of us talked about in the building today was this game, and this team has had this date circled on their calendar all year long. They wanted Manhattan back again. So now they've got them. And well, how about your keys to the game real quick? We haven't even talked about that. Oh, okay. We just found out that one of our projected starters for Northwest is not in the game tonight, or not starting anyway. And that was...
oh, yeah, that's because...
he's hurt, and I knew that. Braxton
ACL.
Hopper is hurt. He tore his ACL, and I don't know why I forgot that.
We must have got Or you said these were a week old?
Our depth charts are a week old, folks.
Looks like
I did say projected. And that projection was by me, so for what it's worth. Grizzlies are going to kick off. They've got the ball spotted on the far hash. Franklin EQ will do the honors for Northwest. And we are underway here at Northwest Stadium. A short kick taken at the 10. And corralled immediately by a host of Grizzlies. Wow, that didn't take long. John Michael Fountain down there initially with the tackle for Northwest. He got a lot of help.
Yeah, that was Jacob King in on that tackle as well. Just him and Michael Fountain were able just to use some speed there and get to that ball carrier before he can make any space of that, or any use of that space he had open.
1st and 10 for Manhattan. Ball spotted at the 17-yard line. Man in motion. And a handoff and instantly corralled. Wow. Grizzlies all over that play. The run nets a yard, maybe, and that's a gift of a yard. It'll be 2nd down. Actually, that's a loss of a yard. Make it 2nd down and 11. The ball spotted back at the 16.
I'd say that's a good first play there for the defensive side of the ball in Northwest, I would say.
Carter Aslan is the quarterback for Manhattan. His running back's in motion. Aslan keeps it now and gets a nice gainer up the near side. Gets it close to 1st down yardage. He will be short. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Ball spotted at the 26-yard line.
So it looks like Northwest is going to have some sort of quarterback spy now, because it clearly looks like Aslan for Manhattan, their quarterback, he looks pretty mobile, so they're going to have to be careful of him.
And Manhattan runs. They've got a gazillion yards on the ground this year. Defense is really going to have to step it up. 3rd down and 2. This is a good time to get your first stop of the night. Aslan keeps it himself, and we have a whistle before the play. I'll bet you we have a false start, or do we have a timeout? Timeout was taken before the snap by Manhattan. Let's go ahead and take the timeout with them. We'll be back in just a minute. Stay with us. You're watching Grizzly football. Coming back out of the timeout. 3rd down and 2 from the 25 for Manhattan. There's a pass play, and the throw is incomplete. The intended receiver was Charles Morgan, the wideout, and it will be 4th down and 2, and Manhattan will punt the ball away.
Yeah, Morgan never really had 2 hands on that ball. He did.
He threw it right to him.
Yeah, he sure did. He almost had it. He just dropped it at the end, but I don't know if that was the better decision because he was about to get laid out by 2 Northwest defenders there.
Jace Glasper standing at his own 39-yard line, and he's got, I think that's Michael Lopez on the far side over there with him. A wobbly kick off the side of his foot. It dies at the 49-yard line of Northwest, and that's where they'll have it. 1st down and 10, and their first possession offensively of the game. So we did what we needed to do initially, Craig, and that was we stopped them on defense.
Yeah, we sure did. And I was just looking at it. It looks like their quarterback, Aslan's, excuse me, he's their leading rusher right now. We did a good job neutralizing him in that first drive. Looks like Manhattan's looking to send some pressure here on this first play.
Jalen Mason is at quarterback for the Grizzlies. Deuce Bohannon is in the backfield with him. Hand off to Deuce, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose a yard or two on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 11 from the 47. Clock running, 9:55 to go in the first quarter. No score. Northwest and Manhattan, which this game may turn into a slugfest. Mason passes complete to Glasper, and Glasper has first down yardage. Move the sticks. He's at the 42-yard line.
And I would say that's a really good response play right there from Northwest and Mason just after a 1-yard loss in the backfield. Just excellent response there, throwing a pass and getting a first down.
So the first down of the game goes to Northwest. There's a run up the middle, big hole, first down and more. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Northwest.
43 yards.
43 yards on the scamper right down the middle.
Wow.
And the Grizzlies hit pay dirt 6-0.
Just wow. That's all I could say. And against a really good, tough opponent in Manhattan, that was really surprising to me.
I wasn't expecting that myself. John Lee will try the extra point. Glasper the holder. The ball's down. Kick is up, and it's good. Grizzlies lead 7-0. 9:14 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back with a kickoff after this timeout. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz, and this is Grizzly football. EQ will kick it off here. Grizzlies strike blood first on a 43-yard scamper by the Deuce.
Yeah, Deuce, he's running as expected, I would say. He's had a really good sophomore year.
Nobody touched him.
The
offensive line just blew everybody out.
And he exploited that open space by just using his speed.
We're waiting on the TV people to say it's okay to play. Here we go. EQ's kick is long and taken at the 10. Over on the near side, bringing it up. Nice run back that time by Gabe Summerlin of Manhattan. He gets the ball all the way out. Looks like it's going to be marked at the 36-yard line or so. It'll be first down and 10 at that point for Manhattan.
And that was a good wrap-up tackle there by Jalen Lagoon. Just because that runner was running at full speed, and he did an excellent job.
He was running full tilt.
Yep, wrapping up.
Man in motion. Aslan takes it, hands it off, up the middle. And a gain of maybe 2-3 yards. Let's give him 3. It'll be second down and 7. Ball at the 39-yard line.
Well, Manhattan, they had a really good first play here, I would say, compared to their last drive that started with a run getting stuffed into the backfield. So let's see what Manhattan can do on this second play.
Jayden Hudley in the backfield now with Aslan. 3 wide outs to the top side. Aslan will keep it himself. Nice big hole. First down, or close to it. And I think they're going to give it to him at the 46-yard line.
Looks like he may be a little. Oh, no. They're going to move the chains.
And it is a first down and 10 for Manhattan. Clock stops while they move the chains. Same pair in the backfield. This time they do hand it off to Hudley. And Hudley gets a big gainer. He's going to gain 12 yards on the play. Another first down. Move him again. And now Manhattan is on the march.
Yeah, Manhattan, they're moving the ball up the field pretty quickly, and they're getting the run game. And what I was going to talk about earlier before the game, Manhattan, they're a really run-heavy team. They don't pass the ball too much, but their run game is what basically keeps them in the game, and they're starting to get that going. So that may be a sign of possible danger for Northwest here at the start of the game.
Grizzlies are going to need to find a way to contain that run. Ball now at the 43, first down and 10. Manhattan. Aslan hands it off again. This time up the middle, Hudley doesn't get near as much. He'll get maybe 2. Second down and 8. Ball at the 41-yard line.
That's a little bit better there from the Northwest defense giving up 2 yards rather than another 12-yard gain. So it's kind of just a back-and-forth battle right here. But let's see what will happen on these next couple plays.
2 wide outs to the near side, 1 up top. Hudley in the backfield with Aslan. Man in motion, and it's a pass play coming. Aslan throws it deep, wide open, and overthrowing Gabe Summerlin. Oh my goodness, that was a touchdown if he catches the ball. A break for Northwest.
Yeah, that was some blown coverage right there. There was no Northwest player about 10, 15 yards from him. So, yeah, it's just Northwest is very lucky that ball was overthrown, or that would have been a dagger, I would say, to Northwest.
It would have been. So it's third down and 8 now. Clock stops on the incompletion, 7:09 to go, first quarter. And another opportunity for the defense of Northwest to make a stop here, although this might be 2-down territory already for Manhattan, the way they move the ball. And now Manhattan is going to take their second timeout. Let's go ahead and take one as well. We'll be back. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz, and this is Grizzly Football. Back at Northwest coming out of the timeout. Manhattan only has 1 timeout remaining here in the first half. It is third down and 8. Aslan in the backfield. 2 men move around to the near side. And they go left. Aslan will keep it himself. He runs and gets the first down. No, he's short by about a half a yard. This will be interesting. And I'm willing to bet you they're going to go for it.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just based on the way how they're running the ball, I would say there's no problem with them getting a first down just by running the ball, whether it be a QB sneak or just handing it off to a halfback or just letting the QB run in some open field. Based on how they move the ball this drive, they can.
To me, the quarterback sneak is the only play here. if you can't sneak the ball for 18 inches. And that's what it is. Oh, I didn't sneak it. I don't think he made it. It's going to be close, folks. It is real close. A lot of it will depend on how generous the spot is, and the spot is actually better than I expected. It's going to be close to a first down. We'll see what they're going to take a timeout for a measurement.
We'll have to bring the chains out there and see how close it is. They may need an
What do you
index.
think? Is it short?
I don't know. I think they may need an index card.
I remember that play. The index card when the ref did that. Jim Tunney did that. That was great. Based on where the down marker is, I think he's gonna make it. Oh, what do I know? First down, Grizzlies.
What a fourth down stand right there from Northwest. Wow. I was just with you. I thought it was going to be
I thought he
down.
made it. I really did, but I don't mind being wrong that time. First and 10 Grizzlies. Ball's on the 33-yard line. The offense comes out. Jace Glasper will go wide. It'll be Jalen Mason behind center, and he'll have, I think he's got Bohannon back there with him. Nope, Sincere Thompson in the backfield. And I think we had a fumble on the sack. Wow, that all developed. For a minute I thought he threw the ball. Then when I realized that he had not, I believe that he fumbled it that Mason fumbled it when he was sacked, and it was picked up and rumbled in for a score defensively for Manhattan. So
actually, I want to say that was Glasper in the backfield.
No, that was Mason. Glasper had gone out far right.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Had gone far right.
I thought he was down because it looked like whenever he hit the ground, that's when the ball popped out. But
I couldn't tell. There were so many bodies down there. I really couldn't see it, to be honest with you.
But he got hit. He got hit pretty hard there. It was a quick blitz from the linebacker.
Aslan will hold for the extra point. Ball's down, kick is up, and it's good by Rylan Vikander. And Vikander's point ties it up at 7. 6:14 to go, first quarter. It's a brand new ball game. We'll be back with the kickoff after this. Stay with us. You're watching Grizzly football. Getting set for the kickoff here. Manhattan's first kickoff of the night is very short. Taken at the 15 to the 20, 25, 30, and that's about it. That's all she wrote. Their first down and 10 for the Grizzlies at their own 30-yard line. Well, Craig, this is kind of a command performance time for us. We need to score.
Yeah, I mean, Northwest, they started out the game pretty strong. They got stop on defense, scored a touchdown, but then they gave up that fumble 6. So that kind of stings right now, and I can only assume they want to score again.
There's a handoff up the middle, and virtually nothing there for Northwest.
Yeah, it looks like Thompson could not get in the open space there. The blocking kind of collapsed on him.
No gain on the play. It's second down and 10 from the 30. Thompson stays in the backfield. Mason's pass is complete on the near side. Out of bounds goes Michael Lopez. He's short of first down yardage, but he got most of it. He's going to be 3rd down and a yard for the Northwest Grizzlies.
Yeah, I like that little wide receiver screen there to Lopez because they got them quite a bit of yards, and they only have 1 yard to go on 3rd down here.
I like the fact that Lopez had the ball. We need him back. We needed him back badly. And this is going nowhere. He is not going to get it. Jalen Mason kept it, and he lost ground. It's going to be 4th down and 3. Now what do you do? You're in your own half of the field.
Say the safest thing here to do is punt.
I think it's time to punt it.
And that's
exactly what's happening. Jalen Mason will punt. Back to receive the punt is Max Stannard. Pretty nice line drive kick and a fair catch call for. That was I think a mistake because there was nobody around him when he caught the ball. He could have picked up 10 yards easily.
Yeah, very interesting there, I would say as well. Because, yeah, like you said, at the moment there's no Northwest players within 10 yards of him. He could have picked up some yardage back, but decided to call it fair catch. But
that's all right. It's 1st and 10 for Manhattan. Ball at the 29-yard line. 4:57 to go in the first quarter. We're tied at 7. Manhattan's offense really hasn't done much as of yet. Aslan in the backfield. Spin move, hands it off. Up the middle comes Hudley. And Hudley will get good yardage. He'll pick up 6 yards on that first down play. It'll be 2nd down and 4 to go.
looks like there's an injury on the field. Looks like.
Who is that?
I want to say it's Brady Johnson.
28.
Yeah, it's going to be Brady Johnson, the junior defensive end. So that does not look good for Northwest.
And they're tending to him while he's down. We've got an injury timeout. Let's go ahead and take it with them. We'll be back. You're watching NWHS Grizz. This is Grizzly Football. Back at Northwest, Brady Johnson being carried off the field by the training staff, Tommy Gonzalez and company, and he's favoring his right leg. That is not a good sign by any means. Whichever one. There's a big run on second down for first down yardage out of bounds into the Grizzly bench. All the way out to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, Kevin.
Go.
It looks like Aslan for Manhattan's looking like he's causing a little bit of a problem here for the Northwest defense, and they're going to have to figure that out sometime soon.
They're going to have to find some containment for that rascal. Aslan is a 6-foot, 165-pound junior. This time he pitches it wide on the far side to Morgan. Morgan, loose ball. And the Grizzlies say they have it. And they do.
Wow.
I didn't see who came up with it in that pile, but
I
the
didn't
ball
either.
popped out and a bunch of dark shirts were all over it. Grizzlies have it at the 42-yard line of Manhattan. Here's a chance for the Grizzlies to make some noise. Michael Lopez on the near side, wide out.
And to be honest
He's
with you,
joined
Kevin,
out there by Franklin EQ.
to be honest with you, Kevin, I didn't even see the ball come out. I just couldn't see all the way over that.
All I saw was a bunch
speed.
of bodies diving on the floor, and I knew a ball was out. Oh, boy, that was a big hit that Sincere Thompson took.
It's
Or was that
Bohannon?
Bohannon?
Yeah, it's Bohannon.
Bohannon took it. He loses a yard on the play. It's 2nd down and 11. Now Thompson comes in and Bohannon goes out.
Yes, Northwest offense needs to find something on this drive just to gain some momentum after a couple rough drives.
There's a pass play up the middle, and they're calling it incomplete. They're saying Thompson did not get it before it hit the turf. So it'll be 3rd down and long.
Yeah, there's only so much I would say Macy could do on that play because he had looked like the entire defensive line from Manhattan in the backfield with him. So he did not have much time to think about that.
3rd down and 11 for Northwest. Back to pass. The throw is caught by Glasper, but he's going to be short of the 1st down by a couple of yards. And I'll bet you we go for it here. It's 4th down and a long 2 for Northwest. No huddle. Now they look over to the sideline. Got triples out here to the near side. And what do we have? A false start called by Northwest, or taken by Northwest. We'll move the ball back, so it'll be 4th down and 7. Now that might change the whole strategy here.
Yeah, I'm thinking it'll most likely, if they're going to go for it, probably be a pass instead of a run here. Because I highly doubt they'll try a run on 4th and 7 here.
I can't imagine that they would. And the offense is staying in to run an offensive play. Glasper and Lopez are up top. Bohannon is the wide out on the near side. Thompson in the backfield. Now what? We have another flag.
Looks like a delay of game. The play clock expired. Excuse me, the play clock expired.
And a timeout was taken by Northwest, so there's no delay of game penalty. They saved that penalty by taking the timeout. Let's go ahead. We got a lot of timeouts being taken. Let's take another one with them. 2:46 to go in the 1st quarter. Tied at 7. We'll be back. You're watching NWHS Grizz. This is Grizzly football.
Hey, Grizzly Nation. This is Eric Hofer-Holdeman, your principal at Northwest High School. Did you know Grizzly Pride is the combined booster club and PTO here at Northwest? They support both athletics and academics. We're asking you to join Grizzly Pride this year. Due to these extraordinary times, Grizzly Pride doesn't have the same fundraising opportunities they normally have, and we need you to join and offer your donation to help Grizzly Pride out. Go to our Northwest webpage, join today. Go Grizzlies.
Fourth down and 12. Back to throw is Mason. He throws it long. Caught! Bohannon, 1st down and more. And a horse collar tackle has been called. That'll make it half the distance to the goal. It's going to be 1st down and goal inside the 10.
What a play. What
a
call
play.
As well. It looked like a wheel route there from Bohannon. He just used his speed and got wide open down the sideline. And also, just good job him running really fast. And it drew a horse collar tackle, so they'll add on some yards to the play.
32 yards on the pass. plus now half the distance to the goal. It'll be 1st and goal from the 6. Bohannon with it up the middle. Doesn't get much. He may have gotten a yard. Going to be 2nd and goal. Glasper and Thompson are in the backfield with Mason. Mason behind center. Ball's caught. He throws a pass to the corner and no good. It'll be 3rd down and goal.
It's really unfortunate there because Lopez, he was open in the back corner of the end zone.
Couldn't get it to him.
Yeah, just overthrew him a little bit. And I would say that's kind of easy because Lopez, he's a pretty small receiver, I would say.
Yeah. Getting a play in from the sideline. This has been one of the slowest first quarters all year.
It sure has.
Oh, bad snap. Pitch forward to Thompson. He's not going to get much. And the Grizzlies are going to have to try and get a field goal here. That play just was wiped out with a bad snap. Quite frankly, Mason was lucky enough to be able to get the ball.
Mm-hmm. And I can
John Lee to try a field goal of 27 yards.
Actually, I believe that's EQ.
Oh, that is EQ. Kick is up, and it's good. So the Grizzlies retake the lead. It's 10-7 with 1:44 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back with the kickoff after this. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz, and this is Grizzly football.
Hey, Grizzly Nation. This is Eric Hofer-Holdeman, your principal at Northwest High School. Did you know Grizzly Pride is the combined booster club and PTO here at Northwest? They support both athletics and academics. We're asking you to join Grizzly Pride this year. Due to these extraordinary times, Grizzly Pride doesn't have the same fundraising opportunities they normally have, and we need you to join and offer your donation to help Grizzly Pride out. Go to our Northwest webpage, join today. Go Grizzlies.
I'm not thinking what to do. Okay, we're back, and we're getting set for the kickoff following the field goal by Franklin EQ. And now EQ will kick it off, and it's really short. A fair catch is called at the 27-yard line. Make it the 26. It'll be 1st down and 10 for Manhattan. Well, it was unfortunate we had the ball 1st and goal at the 6, Craig, and couldn't get it home.
Yeah, it is very unfortunate. We only came away with a field goal there. But hopefully this Northwest defense can stand strong here.
Aslan hands it off up the middle to Hudley.
Yeah, good first down stop there from Northwest, causing looks like either a half a yard or maybe a yard lost there.
2nd and 11, we'll call it. Ball at the 26. Two wideouts up top, 2 below. Hudley in the backfield with quarterback Carter Aslan. Hands it off to, he faked the handoff. Aslan kept it, goes forward, picks up maybe 2 yards, It'll be 3rd down and 9 from the 29. Okay, here's where we need to stop.
Yeah, that was one
Get
of
them
the,
deep in their own end. If we can stop them, they'll punt it.
Yeah, that was one of the very few times we've been able to contain Aslan and not let him get outside the pocket and gain some big yards
and
there.
he went up the middle instead of going wide. That may have had something to do with it. Here we go again. Aslan this time does hand it off to Hudley, and Hudley up the middle. He's going to be short of the first down by about 3 yards.
That's still some good yardage, though, I would say.
You got good yardage on it. It'll be 4th and a short 3.
I'm wondering if the Manhattan coach is considering going for this. I would say the smart decision is to punt it away just based on the score. Actually, they're going to let the time expire for the first.
And the time does expire in the longest first quarter of the year. And at the end of 1, it's Northwest 10 and Manhattan 7. We'll be back with the second quarter after this. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz, and this is Grizzly Football.
Hey, Grizzly Nation. This is Eric Hofer-Holdeman, your principal at Northwest High School. Did you know Grizzly Pride is the combined booster club and PTO here at Northwest? They support both athletics and academics. We're asking you to join Grizzly Pride this year. Due to these extraordinary times, Grizzly Pride doesn't have the same fundraising opportunities they normally have, and we need you to join and offer your donation to help Grizzly Pride out. Go to our Northwest webpage, join today. Go Grizzlies.
Back at Northwest, getting ready to start the second quarter of play. Grizzlies lead 10-7. And a 4th down and 2 play coming for Manhattan from their own 35-yard line, and they are not lined up to punt.
Very risky, I would say, here from Manhattan.
Now it could be they're going to try. They might try a hard count here and try and draw us offside and get a cheap first down.
And while we're taking a media timeout, I guess
the TV people get more time out for commercials than we do.
I guess I'll talk about some 6A games that
Please
are going
do.
on right now. Looks like East is taking on Bishop Carroll. They're in the second quarter. East is leading 13-6. Mays is taking on Hayesville Campus. Garden City's playing Great Bend. Let's see. Topeka's taking on Hayes. Emporia's taking on Junction City.
We got any scores on those?
Junction City is leading 22-7 in the second.
Oh, wow. Okay, and now they quickly fall back. They low snap. He gets the kick off. Very short, and it takes a Grizzly bounce and then lands out of bounds. So that very poor punt that time. The Grizzlies are going to have good field position with the ball at their own 34-yard line to start this first drive of the second quarter. You got more scores?
Let me see. Capon is taking on Heights. Capon is leading 20-14 in the second.
Okay.
Interesting. North is playing Pittsburgh, and I believe that game is at North. West is going to play South. Dodge City is playing Southeast, and Dodge City's leading 19-6 in the second.
Handoff up the middle, and a big hole. Good yardage that time by Bohannon for 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, Bohannon, he did a good job just finding some gaps and gaining quite a bit of yards on first down and making second down very manageable for Northwest.
He got through a lot of traffic congestion, I'll say that much. Jalen Mason at quarterback. Thompson now in the backfield. Bohannon comes up to the line. And there's a handoff to Sincere Thompson. And he bowls his way forward for good yardage and a first down all the way to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, and Sincere Thompson, he's starting to find his feet in this game because seemed like at the start he's kind of getting stuffed at the line of scrimmage or in the backfield, but now he's starting to find his stride and gain some big yardage from Northwest to get him past this really tough Manhattan opponent.
1st and 10 at the 48 for the Grizzlies. Bohannon and Mason in the backfield. A pass play. Incomplete. It was intended for Lopez. And it will be 2nd down and 10. Arguably not the best throw of the night.
Yeah, it was not a great throw to Lopez there, but
I'm not sure he would have gotten a lot out of it, but he'd have gotten 3 or 4.
Yeah, there was a Manhattan defender draped on his back there, so he probably wouldn't have got much even if he did catch it.
Glasper and Lopez are wideouts on the near side. Should we decide to throw it here? And a pitch instead, and now we have a whistle. And it looks like we have either a false start or an offside. We'll see what they call. It's a false start against Northwest. Make it 2nd down and 15 to go for the Grizzlies. Stops the clock with 10:41 remaining in the half. And we're going the wrong way here.
Yeah, at first it started with an incomplete pass and then now a false start. So, yeah, Northwest is not really going in the direction they want right now. So they're going to need a big play on 2nd down to have a chance on 3rd down, I would say.
Look for Bohannon to run it up the middle. That's my guess. That shows you what I know. Now another flag and the ball thrown out of bounds, and another false start by Northwest. They'll make it 2nd down and 20.
Yeah, back-to-back false start penalties does not look good for this Northwest offense.
They are disjointed here at the moment, to say the least.
But also, even if that wasn't a false start, that pass was definitely just overthrown or just too high for the receiver there for Mason.
Yeah, he wasn't going to catch it anyway. You're right. Bohannon stays in the backfield with Mason. Say again.
Actually, it was not a false start. I can somewhat hear the referee. He said illegal formation.
Oh.
I wonder how often you hear that called.
You never hear that. I just assumed it was another false start. The signal is the same for both, but
very interesting. Yeah, you don't hear that. Or you don't hear that called.
Somebody must have been off the line of scrimmage when they shouldn't have been. Now, there's a pass play coming. No, he runs it instead. Big hole up the middle. Gets good yardage down to the 46-yard line of Manhattan. Now, it was a 3rd down and 15 play. It'll make it 4th down and 4. And it looks like we're going to punt on 4th down here. And we are. Punt is in the air and rolls inside the 15 and finally down right just inside the 15-yard line. That's where Manhattan will start. 1st down and 10 with 9:59 to go.
Yeah, I was going to say that drive, I would say, wasn't the most ideal, especially with the penalties. 2 penalties that really killed us. And also, I did like that last run from Glasper. He made 4th down really manageable. I honestly would have agreed with Coach Martin if he decided to go for that. I thought that was a pretty manageable 4th down because it was on Manhattan's side of the field.
I've got no problem with him punting it away. Let's let the defense do something. On 1st down, handoff. And a sweep to the near side, and boom, 1st down yardage and then some. That's going to be a gain of 15 yards on 1st down. It'll be another 1st down for Manhattan. And all of a sudden, they're in decent field position at their 31-yard line.
Yeah, just a wide open receiver in the backfield there from Manhattan, and he was just able to run down the sideline and get some really good yardage there.
Aslan and Hudley are in the backfield. A fake and a sweep around the far side by Aslan, and he's got a lot of daylight over there. He runs it all the way down inside the 30-yard line of Northwest. That'll be a gain of almost 40 yards on the play.
Wow.
And they're marking the ball at the 25, 45-yard gain.
Just wow. I mean,
On a
Northwest
sweep.
Yeah, Northwest. They need to find something that can just neutralize this running quarterback here because he's doing a lot of damage to their defense.
And Hudley made that with a fake. He faked out everybody in the building. 1st and 10, Manhattan. Up the middle, nothing going on. In fact, he'll probably lose a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 11 at the 26. Clock running, 9 minutes to go, first half.
I'd say that's a good response there, just stuffing a run after a really long run play. And in Northwest, they need to find their feet here on their side of the field and just make sure Manhattan stays out of the end zone. Because I'd say giving up a field goal isn't the worst thing that can happen.
It's not the worst thing. You're right. A field goal would not be the worst thing. Aslan throws it in the end zone. Is it caught or is he out of bounds?
He dropped it.
Or he dropped it.
Great coverage there.
The coverage was good, but had he held on to the ball, it's a touchdown.
But it looks like I cannot tell what player it is, but that hit that they took whenever they hit the ground is keeping them on the ground right now. So that does not look good for Northwest, and I cannot tell who that player is because they're laying down.
It's outside the lights.
But there was 2 Northwest defensive backs on the Manhattan receiver, so it was going to be really hard to catch that night. It almost looked like he did, and it also looked like he got his feet down as well, so that could have been a touchdown. It just came out right whenever he hit the ground outside of the end zone. So really lucky for Northwest, but they are unlucky for losing a defensive back here.
We'll tell you who that is when we come back from a break. Stay with us. This is NWHS Grizz. You're watching Grizzly football.
Hey, Grizzly Nation. This is Eric Hofer-Holdeman, your principal at Northwest High School. Did you know Grizzly Pride is the combined booster club and PTO here at Northwest? They support both athletics and academics. We're asking you to join Grizzly Pride this year. Due to these extraordinary times, Grizzly Pride doesn't have the same fundraising opportunities they normally have, and we need you to join and offer your donation to help Grizzly Pride out. Go to our Northwest webpage, join today. Go Grizzlies.
Cooper.
6?
Jaleel Cooper.
Okay. We're back live, and Jaleel Cooper, the injured player for Northwest, the good news is he's making his way over, but bad news is he's needing help. And I don't know if he just got the wind knocked out of his legs seem okay. But Tommy Gonzalez and a couple members of the coaching team are helping him over to the near side. That's another defensive player that's been knocked out here in the first half.
Yeah, Northwest, they already lost one of their really good defensive ends, Brady Johnson. Now losing Jaleel Cooper. They're going to have to go through the depth chart now.
3rd down and 11. Aslan keeps the ball himself, runs up the near side. 1st down and more inside the 10. Well, they'll mark him down at the 9-yard line. It'll be 1st down and goal to go.
Yeah, Northwest, they need to find an answer for Aslan because he's just running all over the field, just going wherever he wants. They need to find an answer for him.
And they're not touching him.
They aren't. He's just too fast, and he has great blocking. I mean, great, excellent blocking. They need to find an answer.
Handoff up the middle. Hudley gets inside the 5, down to the 4. It'll be 2nd down and goal. Grizzlies need something good to happen. 8:07 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, it looked like Hadley Looked like he had some open space there. It was just really fortunate for Northwest that it looked like he tripped on the play, so he wasn't able to use any momentum to get into the end zone there. So very lucky there for Northwest.
2nd down and goal to go. Hudley in the backfield with Aslan. Aslan will hand it off and a sweep on the far side. Ooh, he's close.
Looks
He
like
is
he's
real
in.
close. Is he in? I don't see a signal.
Looked like I saw the ref signal touchdown over there. And that was Charles Morgan over there, able to split the edge and get in for the Manhattan touchdown. I think that was
I still never saw. Saw no signal.
I saw the fall referee get the
But
two
it
hands
obviously
up.
is a touchdown because they're about to kick.
Yep.
Ryan Vickender will be the kicker making the attempt, and Aslan will be the holder. Ball's down, kick is up, and it's good. 7:30 to go in the first half. The Grizzlies now trail Manhattan by a score of 14-10. We'll be back with the kickoff after this. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz.
Hey, Grizzly Nation. This is Eric Hofer-Holdeman, your principal at Northwest High School. Did you know Grizzly Pride is the combined booster club and PTO here at Northwest? They support both athletics and academics. We're asking you to join Grizzly Pride this year. Due to these extraordinary times, Grizzly Pride doesn't have the same fundraising opportunities they normally have, and we need you to join and offer your donation to help Grizzly Pride out. Go to our Northwest webpage, join today. Go Grizzlies.
Back at Northwest, getting set for the kickoff, going deep for Northwest are Michael Lopez, Jace Glasper, and Deuce Bohannon. Glasper the deepest, standing at his own 10-yard line. Ryan Vickender will kick it off for Manhattan. No wind at all. And here we go. In the air it goes, and it'll be Glasper at the 10. 20, 25, and that'll do it. It'll be first down and 10 Northwest from the 25-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like Glasper almost had a really open space whenever he made that final cut. But
somebody plugged that hole, though, really well.
Yeah, they sure did. And very unfortunate there for Glasper that he wasn't able to get free because he would have been gone.
Mason at quarterback. Sincere Thompson behind him. Glasper and Lopez on the near side as wideouts. Carter's on the top of the key. And up the middle. Hand off to Sincere Thompson. And he picks up, we'll stretch it and say he got 3 yards on the carry. It'll be second and a long 7 from 28. No huddle by Northwest. Mason again back to throw this time. Looking, throws up the middle, and the ball is knocked out of the hands of Jace Glasper, and Glasper wanted a piece of yellow cloth and didn't get it.
I'm actually fine with no pass interference there. That was, I would say, a really good pass there from Mason to Glasper, but the defender, I don't think he did anything wrong. He was just on his back, and he made a great defensive play to get his hand in there, and that was J.J. Dunnigan. Just excellent play, did not draw a penalty.
3rd and 7, another pass play, this time to Lopez on the near side, and Lopez, first down yardage out to the 39-yard line.
Great effort there from Lopez. I thought he was going to get tackled short, but no, he made a couple moves there.
He got some good yards after the catch that time.
Sure did. Actually, are they going to spot it short? Oh, they just didn't reset the...
He didn't reset the down.
Yeah, they didn't reset the down.
It's first down and 10 from the 39. 6:35, the clock running, second quarter. Now Mason and Thompson looked for a play on the near side from their coach. Handoff up the middle is Sincere Thompson. He gets tripped up, but not before he picks up a good 4 or 5 yards. And they're going to give him 4. We'll do the same. 2nd down and 6. No huddle again. And Mason looks over to the coaching crew.
I do like how Northwest, they're not doing such a rush to call the plays and all that. They're taking their time to call some plays, and I think that's probably what they want to do in a game like this against
And they're
Manhattan.
keeping Manhattan's defense on their toes, so they're not getting as much rest. This time Mason will keep it himself, and he goes nowhere. He's going to lose a half a yard on that play. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, let's see what Coach Martin draws up on this. Actually, it looks like there's a penalty.
I see that. I don't know what for, but yeah, they moved the ball.
Offside?
Must have been an offside penalty because it's not a 1st down. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
I didn't see any yellow laundry on the field.
Up the middle, Thompson gets the 1st down, but not by much. He needed 1, he got 2. He's at midfield, and it will be 1st down and 10 Northwest.
Yeah, it looked like Thompson was starting to fumble. It seemed like as soon as he got the ball there, but
I thought he was going to cough it up.
he tripped it all the way to the 1st down marker, so it's good for Northwest.
Thompson stays in the backfield. The handoff is to Bohannon, and Bohannon is just met at the line. No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10, and he had nowhere to go.
He did not. The blocking did not develop, and he had nowhere to go.
It was kind of a slow developing play to start with. And what do we have here? We have an injured player for.
I know he had to tie his shoe.
Oh, his shoe was injured. So they reset it at 40 seconds on the play clock. Lots of time. Glasper goes wide up top with Lopez. Back to throw. Mason, he throws down the middle, and there's nobody there.
Yeah, the closest.
Glasper was the closest
Yep.
Grizzly to it, and he was nowhere near it.
Yeah, I would say that pass was closer to a Manhattan defender
Than
instead
it
of
was to one of our players.
Yep.
I agree with you.
But I think I see what Mason was trying to get there because it looked like Glasper was starting to accelerate a little bit past his defensive back. But the ball was not accurate enough to get to Glasper, so he could not make a play on the ball. And we were just fortunate it was overthrown past the Manhattan defensive backs.
So it's 3rd down and 10. Back to throw is Mason. And he throws. Caught! 1st down and more by Lopez. Lopez down to the 24-yard line. And I'm telling you, he was less than half a yard from being over the line of scrimmage when he threw the ball.
Yeah, I noticed that too. He was pretty close. I was wondering if Mason was going to run with the ball.
That's what I expected at that point. There's a toss over here to Glasper on the near side. Still on his feet, fighting for yardage. Down to the 15, still on his feet, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. What a play by Jace Glasper to pick up the 6th hardest yards of his life.
Yeah, that was an excellent play there. Just doing a little wide receiver screen, Mason to Glasper, and then just fighting on that little edge there to get as many yards as he can. And he made it pretty manageable on 2nd down and 2nd and short here for Northwest.
2nd and 2 to be exact. Mason with it. He's going to throw it again into the end zone. Way overthrown. It went out of the end zone. It'll be a 3rd down play now with 2 yards to go from the 15. And be interesting to see here, Craig, if they don't get the 1st down here. Will they go for it, or will they take the field goal and still trail?
I would say the smart decision is to go for it. So, I mean, you're on the 15-yard line. There's nothing really to lose. And I don't think Coach Martin wants to be down by 1. I think he wants to be up by 3.
It's been a seesaw battle so far here in what has been a very long first half. Mason keeps it himself, then he throws it. Oh, and that's going to be a flag for an illegal forward pass because he was well over the line of scrimmage when he threw it. I don't know what he was doing there. And that'll be a loss of down, so it's going to be 4th down. See what the referees have to say here. Yep, illegal forward pass. Loss of down, yep. And it'll be a 5-yard penalty from where he threw it. So it's going to be 4th down and 6 from the 20.
Looks like they're still going to go for it. I was going to say after being pushed back a little bit, I'd say field goal may be the best decision here, but let's see what Coach Martin is grabbing from the playbook here.
Back to throw is Mason, and it's incomplete. It'll turn over on downs. That was intended for Michael Lopez on the near side, and the ball not well thrown. Eludes the hands of Michael Lopez. So Manhattan will get it on downs with 3:15 to go in the first half. 1st and 10 from their own 19-yard line. So it's about as good as a touchback.
Looks like it's going to be a little bit of a media timeout.
It is, and since it is, let's take it with them. We'll be back. Stay with us. You're watching Grizzly football. Back at Northwest High. 1st down and 10 for Manhattan from their own 19-yard line. Aspen will keep it himself, and he picks up some decent yardage. Gets 3 yards on the play. 2nd down and 7, spotted at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, again, just one of the few times it looks like this Northwest defense can contain Ashland because he has pretty much shown that he can run the ball, and he's been running all over the field in Northwest.
We haven't stopped him.
Yeah, they need to find a consistent way to stop him.
That'll be a subject at halftime, I'm sure. That'll be an adjustment. Here it is again, and he sweeps it up the near side, picks up 3 more. It'll be 3rd down.
Actually,
they gave him a first. That was a 1st down. I misread my line marker. He's all the way out to the 30. Yeah, that is a 1st down. 1st and 10 for Manhattan. Clock running, 2:25 to go. First half. Grizzlies trail 14-10. There's Aslan with a big hole on the far sweep. They have just not stopped that at all. And he's got another 1st down. Move the chains. He needed 10. He got 13.
Yeah, it almost seems just too easy for Aslan. He's just It's almost like he's doing this at his home field. He's just running all over the place, and the defense isn't doing anything about it. And I can only assume that Coach Martin will say something about that at halftime.
I got to believe he will.
One of his main points as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because his defense is really just suffocating, just letting that quarterback just run all over their field.
1st and 10, Manhattan. Aslan keeps it again. This time he doesn't get anything. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe. 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 46-yard line of Manhattan. Clock running, 1:50 to go, first half. Manhattan down to 1 timeout. Grizzlies have 2. Do we have the timeouts right on our graphic? Okay.
Jeez.
Another first down play for Manhattan down to the 40 of Northwest. And they're moving it at will again.
They sure are.
Now Jace Glasper's coming in on defense. And a timeout's been taken by Northwest. They take it with 1:23 remaining in the first half and trailing 14-10. We'll be back for the final 100 seconds after this. You're watching NWHS Grizz. This is Grizzly football. Back at Northwest, 1st down and 10, Manhattan. Ball at the 39 of Northwest. Aslan will take the snap, keep it, run up the middle himself, and he's got first down yardage again. I think he's picked up 3 first downs on this drive alone.
You know, and I'm also surprised that he's not tired or anything, because I think every single play is just running the ball.
That's what this team does. This is a running team. Aslan has it. This time he looks to throw it, and down he goes. Great sack that time by Northwest Peyton Dean. A loss of 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 15. And someone has taken a timeout.
Manhattan.
We'll keep it here for the timeout. 56 seconds to go in the half.
Well, we can clearly see what happens when Manhattan tries to pass the ball.
Yeah.
Because their run game, it's on point right now, and I'm not sure why, honestly, they try to pass it there, because they're moving up the field pretty well with Aslan just running the ball, but they tried to pass, and it did not work out for them. And I would say Northwest, their defense, they should build on that. Because, I mean, there's 56 seconds left, and Manhattan's 33 yards away from the end zone. And I think the worst thing that could happen at the end of the half here is just Manhattan scoring another touchdown.
That would be the worst thing, indeed. The best thing would be, of course, a turnover. Keep the score where it is, but we certainly don't want to give up going to halftime 2 scores down. Here's a handoff up the middle to Hudley, and he's going to picks up 12 of the 15 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 3 to go. Well, they didn't give him as much progress as I did. It's 3rd and 6. Back to throw is Aslan. The throw is, I think they waved it incomplete, or did they? Nope, they called it complete and out of bounds. First down for Manhattan. The ball is going to be spotted at the 12-yard line. Wow. And now a timeout has been called by Northwest. And that leaves us, that's our last timeout. Another stoppage of play.
Yeah, after that sack, I would say Northwest on those last two plays definitely did not do what they should have done. So they gave up a 12-yard run and then a 13-yard pass. So now just
put three wideouts in the pattern on the near side to stretch the defense of Northwest. I'll bet you they run it up the middle. Oh, look at that. They're going to run it. And Aslan runs it. He actually takes a sweep on the opposite side for a touchdown. And they extend the lead now 20-10.
Yeah, I think that was the worst case scenario there for Northwest. And
well, I smelled that when they were stretching the defense out. I thought, no, they're not going to throw it. They're going to do a running play.
That's going to put a sour taste.
And they ran it to the weak side, and bingo. On to try the extra point now is Ryan Vickender. Ball's down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 30 seconds to go in the first half. Grizzlies trail now 21-10.
Yeah, that's going to put a sour taste to Coach Martin's mouth, I would say.
I think Coach Marinelli's going to have a few choice words to say, too. Defensive coordinator who's over in the next booth from us, and I know he's not a happy camper right now either. And the Grizzlies are going to have to regroup, and they're going to have to make some adjustments to contain Aslan. There's all there is to it. Because he's just been a one-man army so far in this game.
Yeah, it seems like he's Manhattan's main and really only weapon on offense there. And, I mean, it's just incredible to see what he's doing, just running all over the field. And Northwest, if they want to stay in this game, their defense needs to find a way to neutralize him or just make sure he does not just run into the end zone, because it's 21-10 at halftime, or at almost the end of halftime, and they need to find a way back to overcome this 11-point lead.
There's a very short kickoff, and they call for the fair catch at the 37-yard line of Northwest. So Manhattan, obviously afraid of a big run back, eliminated that threat by kicking it short. 30 seconds to go. 1st and 10 Northwest. They trail 21-10. This is their biggest deficit of the year right now.
Well, I would also say Manhattan's probably the best opponent they played in this regular season.
No question. This is their best opponent of the year.
Because up until this point, it's probably been Capon that's the best opponent Northwest
yeah, and we
played.
may have had a bigger deficit at Capon. I may have to take that statement back. Mason is corralled behind the line of scrimmage.
Or it looks like he did just enough to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we'll call it a no-gainer. Clock running, 10 seconds to go. And I would be surprised if Northwest runs another play.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to let the time expire. That's probably what they need to do.
3, 2, 1. And that's halftime, folks. And at the score at the end of one half of play, is Manhattan 21, Northwest 10. We'll be back in just a minute with our halftime extravaganza. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz. This is Grizzly Soccer. Back at Northwest with Craeg Kamerick and our executive producer, Max Harbacek. Kevin Arkin with you. Grizzlies trail 21-10 here at halftime. And we're rearranging the furniture here a little bit because we had to move around. So bear with us just a minute. You got enough cord there?
I do, thank you.
All righty. So not the first half we were hoping for. We're going to go ahead and save our remarks while the Palm Squad performs. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the Palm Squad has finished their performance. We're going to give you an opportunity to listen to some more of the best marching band in the city of Wichita, and that's the Northwest High School Marching Band.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
To redefine yourself.
To improve yourself.
to challenge yourself.
To realize there's more in you
Than you ever knew.
that you could do.
Means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools,
The best training.
The best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
So you can be all you can be.
Welcome back to Northwest High. We are at halftime in our game with the Manhattan Indians, and Manhattan has a 21-10 lead at the break in a game in which, quite frankly, the Grizzlies just have not played as well as Manhattan. I think that's the easiest way to summarize it. We came out of the gate really well. Deuce Bohannon with a 43-yard touchdown scamper on our first possession from scrimmage in a play and a drive that only lasted maybe 2 plays. I think his was the third play of that drive. Takes it to the house, and we really haven't done much since. So we'll have to see what happens. Either way, I mean, the game is not going to be a killer for either team as far as their season's concerned, but what it does skill is home field advantage. You know, home field advantage is for the taking of the winner of this game. Both teams come into this game with a record of 6-1 on the season. So they're in the catbird seat at 7 if you win 7 out of 8 games as far as seeding is concerned for playoffs, which will begin next week. And we don't know who our opponent will be next week or where we will be. We plan on bringing you the game wherever it is next week, and that will follow our playoff games for soccer next week. We know that we will start our playoffs not too far from here at North High in a 4 o'clock kickoff on Monday. We will play the Red Hawks, of North High on Monday, and then should we advance, loser goes home, but if we advance, we will play in all likelihood on Thursday at a place yet to be determined. So we'll see what happens when the 7-9 Northwest Grizzlies soccer team heads to North High on Monday. And really, that's kind of a break for Northwest because there we were looking at scenarios that had us traveling to Garden City on Tuesday. So we certainly don't mind traveling 6 miles to go over to North High as opposed to going to Garden City. And what happens, it's a foregone conclusion we will get a home game in football next week. We just don't know against whom. And this game is certainly by no means over. Grizzlies are within striking distance. They're down by 11, 2 scores. But 2 scores is nothing for this team if they can get everything going, getting everything energized. So, and the Grizzlies will get the ball to start the second half. Which is also, I guess, a good piece of news as far as that is concerned. Both teams have made it to the sideline, and the kicking unit for Manhattan is already on the field. The Grizzlies have yet to take the field here for the third quarter. No wind at all here at Northwest. Temperature 75 degrees in the Friday before Halloween. That's unheard of, but we'll take it. Clock is reset. The ball's been keyed up by Rylan Vikander of Manhattan, going back deep for Northwest. Jace Glasper on the far side. It'll be Michael Lopez on the near side, assuming that they kick the ball deep. They have not kicked the ball deep the last 2 times they've kicked it off. Here we go. This one is pretty deep, and it will be Glasper at the 10. 15, 20, 25. And out to the 28-yard line. That's where Northwest will have it. First down and 10 from the 28-yard line. What are you trying to do? Oh, okay. Here we go. We'll give Craig a chance to get his mic back on here. And here we go. First down play up the middle. Big hole. And running with it is Glasper. And Glasper, first down yardage all the way out to the 45-yard line. That's a 17-yard gain on first down for Northwest, and a great way to start the second half. Chase Glasper is behind center here to start the second half. This time he hands it off up the middle to Thompson, and Thompson maybe gets a yard, and that's going to be about it. Second down and 9 from the 45-yard line.
Yeah, nothing much really developed there for Thompson there. He got what he could in just about 1 yard or so.
Glasper back to throw it, and wide open. Oh my gosh, wide open on the near side for Northwest was Franklin EQ. And Glasper didn't see him, threw it wide to the far side. It was incomplete. It will be third down and 9. A 3 and out here, Craig, is the first one thing we don't want.
And we were talking about, or I was talking about this in the first half, but it seemed like Mason was having some accuracy issues at quarterback, and I'm assuming that's why Glasper's taking the snaps at quarterback now.
Might be. Glasper keeps it, pitches it on the far side. Deuce, very close to first down yardage. Oh, it's going to be depending on how they spot it. We'll see where they put the ball down, and they are moving the chains. First down and 10 Northwest. Clock runs, 11:10 to go, third quarter. Grizzlies down 21-10. And we have a stoppage of play. I don't see any flags down, but I'm sure it's a false start penalty because they're marking it off against Northwest. So it'll be first down and 15. Ball back to the 49 of the Grizzlies. These offensive penalties, we just cannot afford them.
Yeah, it's what killed some of the drives in the first half, but yeah, we cannot afford them.
Here's a quarterback keeper, and after faking a handoff, he gets maybe a yard. It'll be second down and 14.
Yeah, nothing really developed there for Glasper to run on anything, so very unfortunate.
They couldn't make a hole for him. Thompson is in motion. Glasper goes back to throw, and he's in trouble, and down he goes. The turf monster gets the tackle, and the Grizzlies are going to have third down and a mile.
Yeah, it seems like for Northwest right now, it's going from bad to worse. They just
Ball's
can't
back
move it
to
up the
the
field.
41. Oh, my gosh. Third down and 23 for Northwest. You know, there's not a lot of plays in the playbook for this.
Yeah, it's just kind of one of those plays where you just throw it up and pray. I mean, there's nothing much to it.
Well, we'll see how they play it. Glasper back to throw again. Rush gets it off, and a short gain of maybe 5 or 6 yards is all they're going to get. Thompson, the ball carrier, brings it up the near side. It's going to be fourth down and very long, and Northwest will punt.
I would say that was actually a pretty good play call there. It just wasn't the play call that was going to get him a first down.
Good boot, long, and goes over everybody's head down to the 10. It's still rolling down to the 5, to the 3, to the 2. How about down to the 2-yard line on the punt? That's a 51-yard punt by Jace Glasper with the roll. It'll be first down and 10 for Manhattan from the 2. Now the defense, Craig, needs to go to work and keep them there.
They sure do. It looks like we're going to take a media timeout, but yeah, just what you said, Kevin. They need to stand up pretty tall after a really, I would say, poor drive from the offense to start off this second half. So they need to build some momentum here because I would say momentum's in full swing to Manhattan because they're up by 11 points and they just had a really good defensive stop, so they need to find something here on defense anyway.
Yes, Grizzlies need to reach back for that little something extra. And we are awaiting another media timeout. I guess we could have taken one as well, but we'll just keep it here. I'm going to give you a couple of score updates that I saw at halftime here. East is at Carroll tonight. They lead at halftime 27-20. Who else did I see that was of interest? A bunch of Kansas City scores in. Capon leads Heights 20-14. That game is now in the third quarter.
That's a close game.
That is a surprisingly close game. Miege leads Blue Valley Northwest 28-7. Miege is just awesome every year. There's our score, and I guess that's about it. Oh, Dodge City is blowing out Southeast 27-6. That game is still before halftime. First down and 10 here for Manhattan from his own end zone. Running it out is Hudgens. Hudley, excuse me, I got that name wrong. Hudley runs it out. He gets 6 yards on the carry. 2nd and 4 for Manhattan. And this time, guess who keeps it? And he gets out. He's got the first down. He needed 4. He got 5.
Yeah, I can see this Northwest defense still has not found an answer yet for Aslan, and it's going to be a really long second half if they still cannot find one.
They've got to stop the run. They've been totally unable to do that tonight. First and 10 for Manhattan at the 14. Aslan keeps it himself. Big hole up the middle. Gets some help from the lineman. And he picks up 12 yards and a first down. Ball out to the 26-yard line. And Aslan doesn't even look like he's running very hard.
Yeah, I would say it's honestly just the gaps that his lineman's giving him. He's having so much open space, he probably doesn't need to sprint to make up for the loss in gaps. So.
Agreed. Handoff up the middle. Oh, big hole. Another 10-yard gainer, this time by Hudley. All the way out now to the 38-yard line. First and 10 Manhattan, and they're on the move. They started this drive on their own 2-yard line.
And Manhattan's in no need to call any plays quickly because they have the big lead here and they just need to milk the clock here.
Well, and they're doing that. 5 minutes already gone in this half. This another one by Hudley. Oh, no, that's not Hudley up the middle. That's Dunnigan. And he gets out past I don't know what does this mean? I wonder if I'm supposed to know this person.
Did they say it was lost?
Oh, did they say it was
that's not
lost?
us. That's them next door that will announce that.
Yeah. Next commercial, we'll run it next door. On first down, a run up the far side, gains only a yard. Be second down and 9.
Yeah, it looks like this Northwest defense is starting to find their feet. And I don't want to speak too soon, but that was a good play right there from them, and they just need to continue that.
Defense collapsed very nicely on the runner that time, they guessed correctly. Big snap, and here comes, Aslan again picks up big yardage. He gets 6. It's third down and 3.
Yeah, I'm surprised Aslan is not getting tired out there. It seems like every play, it seems like it's going with him. So
one of the stats, we're not keeping the stats up here because now we're short-handed, but his average per carry's got to be over 10 yards. And so, and again, we'll run it. Up the near side, there's a flag. Going to be a hold in the backfield, I think. See what the call is. Yes, it is offensive holding. And that'll bring it back. That'll be a break for Northwest, though. They'll get 10 yards back here. It'll be third down and 13 now. A passing down on third down. They send 3 wideouts to the far side, 1 down below here. Last time they did that, they ran it to the short side. This time they run it up the middle, and that's Hudley, and he does not get much. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be fourth down and 10. Good defensive stand by the Grizzlies as they gang tackled Hudley.
Yeah, and that was a great opportunity as well for them to get a big stop after a holding penalty. It brought them back 10 yards, and it was a 3rd and long. And Northwest did the right thing and got a stop at the original first down line. And it's 4th and long for Manhattan. And let's see if this Northwest offense can do anything with the ball when they get it back.
Lopez and Glasper are deep for the punt. Kicks away, and it's a good boot, and it's going to be Lopez. He boots it, picks it right back up, gets out to the 20, 25, 30, and out to the 32-yard line goes Michael Lopez, and that's where the Grizzlies will have it. First down and 10. With 4:08 remaining in quarter number 3. And let's see if they make any noticeable personnel changes here.
Looks like there's going to be a media timeout.
Let's take one with them. By George, let's play media.
Can you show me how to do it real quick?
There you go. All right, we'll be back. You're watching.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
To redefine yourself.
To improve yourself.
to challenge yourself,
To realize there's more in you
Than you ever knew.
that you could do.
It means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools,
The best training.
the best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
So you can be all you can be.
And cut back.
Back at North.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power.
Okay. There we go. All right.
We have a rookie engineer here, folks. Don't worry about it. Craig's fine.
Whoopsies.
Whoopsies. No harm done. No harm, no foul. Grizzlies have it. First down. Hand off to Thompson. Runs it up the middle. Picks up a few yards. It's one of his bigger gains up the middle so far tonight. And they're going to give him a full 6 yards on the carry. Actually, almost, let's call it 7. Second down and 3 to go for Northwest. Clock runs with 3:50 to go in the third. Here's another one. This time it's a sweep to the near side. Plenty of yardage for the first down for Jace Glasper. They'll move the sticks. 1st and 10, Northwest from a 49-yard line.
Yeah, that was a really good run there from Glasper, just running hard and then getting a couple extra yards at the end of it.
This one's to Thompson up the middle, and he goes nowhere. Tackled there in the backfield, actually. And that tackle made by Clayton Frame, the defensive lineman, number 58 of Manhattan. And they were very generous and gave him back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10 for Northwest. Now the coaching staff is maybe changing the play up here. Coach Martin is calling something. Glasper back to pass. Under pressure, gets it away. Thompson, first down. Almost. They're going to mark him half a foot short of a first down.
Yeah, I would say
they gave it to him. Well, the linesman on the other side of the field did not give it to him. So the linesman on this side did. 1st and 10, Northwest from the 41.
Northwest is sure doing a better job at passing the ball in the second half compared to the first half. And who knows, that may be because Mason has some nerves or something about this game, but Glasper's doing his job.
Here's a big run up the middle for 9 yards for Deuce Bohannon. 2nd down and 1 from the 32. No huddle. Grizzlies trying to keep the mojo going. Glasper running for his life. Cuts the corner. First down and more. 20, 15, 10, 5. Come on, put the arms up. Touchdown. 32 yards for Jace Glasper.
Wow.
And the Grizzlies cut the lead to 5 points.
Wow, all I could say is just great run there from Glasper. And I don't know, right at the end of that play, I was wondering if he got all the way into the end zone. And it looks
they're
like
going to go for two.
Make it a three-score game. Or excuse me, a 3-point game. Possibly.
In the backfield, Thompson, Deuce, and Glasper. And now what do they have? Now they got a mess. Is what they had. They had a false start. Delay of game. Clock ran out. It took them a long time to make the decision to go for two. And then they had to turn around and get a play in. So they didn't bring the play in with the people.
Yeah, because it looked like they had their field goal team on at first, and then they decided
to go. They changed their mind at the last minute.
Yeah, too late.
Yeah, too late for that. Now it looks like they're going to still go for two. From the 9, Glasper's in big trouble, and down he goes. Three teamed by the white shirts. The extra point is no good, and it's going to stay 21-16. And I'm not sure that I like the call to go for two, just obviously because it didn't work. But
I think it was okay whenever there wasn't a penalty, but after the penalty, I think the safe bet was just to kick the field goal and just get the extra point.
Kick the extra point and be done with it. But I could not agree more with that thinking.
I guess another way to think about it is either way, even if we did kick an extra point, it wasn't going to be a field goal game. So I guess there's nothing really to lose if you didn't get the 2 points, but it would have been nice.
We may regret it later, though. In a close game, back and forth like it's been. So 153 remaining. Grizzlies still trail. They'll kick it off. Franklin EQ getting set to move the ball to the far hash, I bet. Yep, that's what he's doing.
Well, I guess one positive to take out of that last drive is Northwest came away with a touchdown.
We got a touchdown, and we moved the ball well by running it. There's the kickoff. Comes down at the 15. It's going to roll out of bounds, I'm afraid. Yep, out of bounds it is. The flag comes in. And Manhattan is going to have good field position.
I think it's a little interesting. I see it looks like Jace Glasper's going out there on defense.
He was out there on defense in the first half late.
Oh, I did not.
Yeah,
I see that.
Because I even mentioned it when I noticed it. He's going out there as a linebacker or a free safety. What I think is more interesting than that is that I have seen no sign of our kicker tonight, of our place kicker.
John Lee.
Do you see him on the sideline?
I do not.
I do not either. So I don't know if something's up or if he had a school commitment or whatever, but I have not. He's not dressed. Second down and 2 after the 8-yard gain. Aslan has it. He's going to throw it. Throws it here on the near side to Morgan.
There's Glasper making a play on defense.
Chase Glasper makes the tackle for a loss on the play, I might add, of a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Nice play. That Jace Glasper, he's just Mr. All-World. Of course, he was one of the seniors who took the walk tonight. We will miss him next year. Aslan again, and he is wrapped up, and I mean wrapped up, by who else? None other than Jacob King.
Looks like this Northwest defense is starting to play some good defense against that quarterback run there. And I think it's about time because right now they're getting a little short on time.
4th down and 2. And Manhattan's going to be content to let the clock run out as we approach the end of the 3rd quarter. After 3 quarters of play, it's Manhattan 21, Northwest 16. We'll be back with the 4th quarter after this timeout. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz, and this is Grizzly Football. give our kudos to our executive producer, Max Harbacek, and to Craig Kamerick. They found John Lee, and he's on the medical table getting worked on by the medical team headed by Tommy Gonzalez. So he's obviously hurt. And I honestly, looking back, I could have sworn he kicked off to open the game. And I don't think he's been out. I don't think he's been out there since.
Yeah, I want to say he did that, and then did he take the first extra point, or was that actually no? That was EQ.
That was EQ, I think. I don't think John Lee has kicked any extra points.
Yeah, I wonder if he possibly got injured on the kickoff, and that'd be unfortunate because he's
supposed to play soccer Monday.
And he's also the only listed place kicker on the football roster. And, yeah, like you said, he has a soccer game to play at North for regionals. So that'd be unfortunate for football and soccer to lose John Lee.
Right. If your picture at home is shaking, it's not us. It's the grandstand. The whole press box is shaking because the student section is dancing directly below us, having a good time here on a good football night. In Wichita, temperature 74 degrees, no wind. And on fourth down, they don't get it. Now a flag goes in. Don't tell me they over-celebrated. It's going to be a first down for Northwest, and if it's a celebration penalty, the down will count. It will be after the play, I would think. Now they're calling dead ball foul. What do you have? Unsportsmanlike conduct. Yep, that's what it is. It's a celebration penalty.
Oh, actually, it looks like it's on Manhattan, maybe?
Well, it's still our ball. It should still be our ball. If it's a dead ball foul, it's after the play is over.
They'll just move the ball back from us.
And they didn't make it on the play, so it was our ball at that point.
Yep.
So the question is, how far back will they move it? The ball right now is sitting on the 44 of Manhattan, and here they go, walking at 5, 10, 15 yards. It'll be on the 42-yard line of Northwest, and it will be first down and 10, Northwest from that point. A lot of time left, just underway here in the fourth quarter. Grizzlies down by 5. Be nice to see him get a score here, Craig, and take the lead again.
It sure would, because I would like to say they had a really good offensive drive in their last time having the possession. And also they had a really good defensive drive they just ended. They stopped Manhattan on fourth down, and Aslan, he was not able to.
And they've stopped Manhattan on fourth down twice tonight.
Yeah, they're doing pretty well right now. They just need to they need to keep that momentum.
First down and 10. Glasper at quarterback. Thompson's in the backfield. That's Deuce in the backfield. Now that is Thompson. They throw it to Lopez on the near side, and flags everywhere. This is going to be a false start or something on Northwest. So we've moved the ball back 20 yards since we stopped them. It'll be first down and 15 at 37 now. And that good catch by Lopez is wasted. And Glasper goes down. He didn't gain anything. He actually lost 2 yards. I don't know if he tripped over his own man or if he got tackled, but or the turf monster got him. One of those three things. And either way, it's second down and 17 now. Ball's at the 35-yard line. Glasper running for his life. Lopez, ball hits him in the numbers, and then he gets clobbered by Elijah McFadden of Manhattan. Can't hang on. It'll be third down and 17, and this is not going well for Northwest here.
Yeah, really, it started with, It originally started with that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and then they got another penalty tacked onto that after that, and they've just been going back ever since then.
Well, that unsportsmanlike was dumb. And Glasper in trouble. Down he goes. Another loss on the play.
And Northwest, the offense, they just keep going back. And it looks like there's an injury now.
Looks like Glasper's down. I'm pretty sure that's Glasper that's down. It is. Can't afford to lose him. Well, he pops back. He may just be tired. And he hobbles over. And when all this settles down here, it'll be 4th down and 19. And Northwest will punt. Mason is back in the game to punt now. Back deep for Manhattan is Max Stenard. He is back at his 35-yard line. And a good boot, line drive boot, 35. Stenard takes it, and he finds a crease on the far side. Still on his feet, down all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They'd have been better off going for it.
Huh. Yeah, what a run back there from the returner.
Great
there.
run by Stenard.
Yeah, there was just no one in his area, and he just split the edge, and he was kind of gone after that. And then it took about 3 or 4 guys from Northwest to take him down there.
First down and 10 for Manhattan. The ball spotted at the 29 of Northwest. Best field position for Manhattan to start a drive tonight. Here's a handoff and a sweep to the left side. Big run all the way down inside the 20. They'll mark him at the 21. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Now we have another whistle. We have another player down, another Northwest player down. We've not done well on injuries tonight either, my friend. I can't tell who that is. There's too many bodies in the way. We'll have to wait for him to get up. They're going to work on him for a minute. Let's take a break. 21-16, Grizzlies trail, 10:32 remaining in the game. Back after this. This is Grizzly football.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
To redefine yourself.
To improve yourself.
to challenge yourself.
To realize there's more in you
Than you ever knew.
that you could do.
It means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools,
The best training.
The best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
So you can be all you can be.
Back at Northwest, we're still tending to the injured player, and we're still trying to figure out who it is. He is sitting up, which is a good thing. And now Tommy Gonzalez is going to try and help him to his feet. And there we go. Ooh, that's not good. It's Jeremiah Harris, the senior defensive back, 5'9", 150, who was down, and don't know if he's got the wind knocked out of him or if he's seriously hurt, but he will come out. And in the meantime, it'll be 2nd down and 2 from the 21. Manhattan in the catbird seat, already leading by 5. We still have a meeting going on down there. Trying to get you some updates, and I'm not doing a very good job of it, quite frankly. East leads Bishop Carroll in the third quarter. You ready for this one? 48-20.
Wow. Just wow.
At Carroll. Aslan takes it up the middle, big hole. Inside the 10, the 5, touchdown. Oh, that was just too easy. Aslan takes it 21 yards for the score. And we obviously have not figured out how to stop him.
You know, I was starting to say maybe we have, because we had a couple of drives where we have stopped him, but now he's in the end zone again, and yeah, it just does not look good for Northwest here.
Awaiting the extra point, that's Ryan Vickander. Ball's down, kick is up, and it's good. 10:22 remaining in the fourth quarter. It's Manhattan 28, Northwest 16. We'll be back for the kickoff in 60 seconds. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz, and this is Grizzly Football. Getting set for the kickoff here. Grizzlies down by 12 points here in the fourth quarter. Not a good situation to be in. Dodge City leads Southeast 41-6. That's in the fourth quarter. Short kick brought back out to the 30-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for Northwest, and the clock is not yet a major factor yet, Craig, but I would say this is a must drive for a score. We have to get points here.
Yeah, I don't think at the moment the clock's not a factor, but if Northwest does not come away with any points on this drive, then the clock will definitely be a factor. Because Manhattan, they clearly shown their run-heavy offense, and if they keep running, they're just going to chew that clock away.
Pitch to the near side, boom, see you later. Sincere Thompson is buried by 4 Manhattan defensive people. A loss of 5, almost 6 yards on the play. It'll be second down and 16 for Northwest, and we're going the wrong direction.
Yeah, not a really good first play to start this drive off, but let's see if Northwest can bounce back.
There's a sweep to the far side. They got the 6 yards back and then maybe a little more. It'll be third down and 10.
Yeah, I looked across the field over there. It looked like they had the fourth down marker. I was a little
I wondered that myself. That's why I was hesitant, and I quickly checked the scoreboard to make sure I wasn't going crazy, which I am, but that has nothing to do with that. Third down and long. We got to get a first here, and that one goes to Michael Lopez, but he's way short. It's going to be fourth down and 2. Now, do you go for it at your own 38-yard line, or? And it looks like they're going to.
I feel like at this point in the game you have to, because that time's going to be a factor eventually.
4th down and 2 to go, and a timeout is being called and will be taken by Northwest. 8:39 remaining in the 4th quarter. Manhattan 28, Northwest 16. We'll be back after the timeout. You're watching NWHS Grizz, and this is Grizzly football.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
To redefine yourself.
To improve yourself.
to challenge yourself.
To realize there's more in you
Than you ever knew.
that you could do.
It means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools,
The best training.
The best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
So you can be all you can be.
Another game of interest in 6A. Number 5 ranked Derby beats Newton tonight. This is a final 55-7.
Wow. That's a statement win if
That's a statement win.
I know anything.
And Derby's good too.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of good teams in 6A. There really are. Now what do we have here?
Media timeout.
Another media. You just had a timeout, media. How many commercials do you need to run? Obviously, more than we did.
I guess this is what happens whenever you're playing the game of the week.
Yep.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, here we go. It's 4th down and 2 for Northwest. Ball's on their own 39-yard line.
Looks like they're going to punt.
And now they're in punt formation. Oh, it's a fake. Up the middle, 1st down.
Wow.
Sincere Thompson took the snap. You know, I saw him parked back there and just wondered if maybe they would do that. So a fake punt keeps the drive alive. It's 1st down and 10.
What a gutsy call, I would say, there from Coach Martin.
And that one bounces in front of Lopez. Not the best throw of the night by Jace Glasper. It'll be 2nd down and 10. The ball at the 42-yard line.
I feel like Mason and Glasper collectively, they've kind of had throughout this entire night just some arid throws, and they just haven't hit their target whatsoever. I wonder if Martin's going to say something about that after the game.
I think I'm going to give some of that credit to the defense of Manhattan and the pressure they put on. There's a handoff and met in the backfield. Bohannon loses. He loses 3. It's 3rd down and 11. Again, no huddle.
Yeah, Coach Martin's going to need to draw something big up on this play.
3 wideouts at the top of the field. 1 below. And he's back to throw again. Glasper almost fell. Running for his life, throws it. And it's caught. As he was falling down, the catch is made by Michael Lopez, and only Michael Lopez can do that.
Yeah, it's really interesting there. I was surprised they didn't drop that, honestly.
Here's a big hole up the middle now. Down to the 10-yard line goes Sincere Thompson. They move the chains again. It's another 1st down. This one gets thrown into the corner of the end zone, and it's overthrown. And it will be 2nd down and 10. Grizzlies, the ball's on the 11. The Grizzlies can get a 1st down without scoring at the 1. Wow. Hand off to Thompson up the middle, spin move. He's going to get down to about the 6. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 from there. Clock running, inside 7 minutes to go. Grizzlies need 2 scores. And a hard count flag, and this may be an offside on Manhattan. It is. Well, that'll move the ball half the distance. Instead of 3rd and 5, it'll be 3rd down and 2. And a sweep to the far side. He's short of the goal line. Does he have a first down is my question. I mean, it looks like he's on the 1 foot line, so they are moving the sticks. It is a first down and goal to go. Ball's at the 1.
Yeah, Northwest, they're trying really hard to get into the end zone. They desperately need to get in the end zone as well. So
up the middle, touchdown, Northwest. Sincere Thompson gets the 1 yard run for the score. Now we'll try for, are they going to go for 2 again?
Looks
like it.
No, I don't see a point in this because it's still a 4-possession game, or excuse me, a 4-point game if you get the 2 points, but I guess
either way. Back to throw. Glasper, now he's running for his life. Runs, can he get in? And it's good. 2-point conversion is good. That was the last thing I was expecting. He's running for his life, 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and somehow sweeps left, gets it in. It's a 2-point conversion, a 4-point game, 28-24. Back with the kickoff after this. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz. This is Grizzly football. Here's the kickoff from Franklin EQ. And he goes deep with it. Taken. Oh, he had his knee down. Come on. I think the referees blew this one.
Yeah,
that ball was taken by Morgan, and when he took the ball, his knee was on the turf. And the coaching staff wants an explanation.
And it looks like a Northwest player came up injured on that play. And that's number 12 there.
Franklin EQ, the kicker.
Oh, yeah, EQ.
Is down on the near sideline. Well, they're going to leave it where it is. It's first down and 10 at the 33. Here's a run up the middle and pushing the pile forward. All the way out to the 40-yard line, a 7-yard gain, second down and 3. Now the clock becomes a factor. We need to get the ball back without them scoring and with enough time to do something with it.
Yeah, Manhattan run the ball with Aslan. He's been pretty reliable, and he's been reliable all game. Let's see if Northwest can do something about that late in the fourth quarter.
Aslan hands it off instead. Sweep to the near side by Morgan. He gets the first down.
Northwest sure did put a big hit on him, though, at the end of that play. He got a little double whammy there, it looked like, at the end of that play.
First and 10 at the 47. Sorry, Craig.
No, you're fine.
You're right.
And that time we did not actually see Aslan run the ball. They gave it to a halfback, and he got some good yards as well for the first down.
Yeah, Morgan hasn't touched the ball a lot tonight, but at least not from scrimmage. But he got a nice gainer that time. Aslan will keep this one, and down he goes. Oh, he faked it. He had me faked, too. That was Hudley. Somehow Hudley ended up with the ball, and Hudley gets a first down. He advances the ball 12 yards.
Yeah, it's very smart there from Aslan. He was
I didn't see that handoff.
Yeah, he's wrapped up, and then he pitched the ball backwards, because even if he was in front of the line of scrimmage, he pitched it backwards to his halfback, and his halfback got, like, it was about 10 yards.
Picked up a dozen.
Yeah,
he picked up a dozen.
Picked up some good yardage there.
Ball's at the 38-yard line of Northwest, and the clock running now at 4:20 and counting. Aslan keeps it again, gets nice yardage right up the middle. He's going to pick up 7 or 8. Yeah. Boy, they didn't give him much. Wow, they only gave him 4 yards?
Yeah, these Northwest defenders, they need to find a way to strip the ball or something from Aslan, because it seems like every single play is involving Aslan for this Manhattan offense, and they need to find a way to get it away from him.
Second down, a long 6. Aslan keeps it this time, runs it right up the gut and gets the first down. He needed 6, he got 6.5. New set of downs, and the clock keeps running. Northwest, by the way, has 2 timeouts remaining. They may be in a situation where they have to use them on defense. Up the middle, big hole. And a little extracurricular after the tackle. A big gain on the play. They didn't give him near as much as I thought that he had. They spot the ball at the 25. It's only a gain of 3, and he was closer to the 20 than 25.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened after the play, but a lot of the Northwest fans right by us there.
A little extracurricular pushing and shoving while the defender was on the ground. Aslan keeps it himself. Another big hole. Right up the middle he goes. And that's been the story of the night. And the offensive line for Manhattan has just not gotten enough credit tonight for the job they've done in this game.
Yeah, they sure haven't. I mean, their offensive line has done a pretty good job of giving Aslan some really good gaps to run through. And it's making this Northwest defense just seem kind of lost out there on the field.
Northwest just called a timeout. We'll keep it right here. 1:56 to go in the fourth quarter. Grizzlies trail 28-24. And Manhattan has the ball. They're on the march. They're at the Northwest 20 with a 3rd and 2. And is this a big third down or what?
It sure is. I would say this is the game on the line. With less than 2 minutes to go, I mean, they have to get this stop on 3rd down, and I could only assume that Manhattan will go for it on 4th down, because I would say this is a little too far out for a field goal here. So, I mean, they got to get these two very
even
important
if they
stops.
don't get it, they'll run enough clock they'll force us to take a timeout, and Grizzlies will have clock problems if they get the ball on offense after a 4th down stop. They got to get this stop here on 3rd down.
They sure do.
Aslan has it, hands it off up the middle, and a big hole, and he needed 2, and he got 6. 1st down, and Manhattan doesn't even need to score. They're going to be able to run the clock out here. Clock stops while they move the chains. The ball's on the 15. Northwest just took its final timeout. Let's go ahead and take it with them. Be our last timeout of the night, probably. Grizzlies trail by 4. You're watching NWHS Grizz. This is Grizzly football.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
To redefine yourself.
To improve yourself.
to challenge yourself.
To realize there's more in you
Than you ever knew.
that you could do.
It means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools,
The best training.
The best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
So you can be all you can be.
Back at Northwest with Max Harbacek and Craig Kamerick. Kevin Arkin with you. Winding down this 4th quarter, Northwest in dire straits, trailing Manhattan 28-24, and they have no timeouts left, so essentially Manhattan can go to the genuflect offense here.
They could probably honestly just kneel the ball, too.
That's what I meant.
Oh. Sorry about that.
And that's what they're doing.
Yep.
They're going to take the genuflect
They
offense
make their
here.
formation.
And, yeah. That will start the clock up. They'll do it 2 more times, and they do the timing right. It'll run the clock out. Well, Craig, the better team is going to win this game tonight. Manhattan was the better team today.
And also, I'd like to add, it also wasn't that big of a margin, too, because, I mean, us watching the
we
game,
hung in with them.
I noticed that it seemed like they had the better offense, most definitely. Because Aslan, he's one heck of a player. He's able to run all over the field. He's a really good quarterback. And but also, just look at the scoreboard. Northwest, they were able to stay with Manhattan, and I think it's going to hurt because they're not going to get the 2nd seed. But I think Coach Martin, he'll take some positives away from the game.
Well, he always does. And they'll come back next week against whomever they play. And
Possibly
we'll tell
Manhattan.
you, we will be here next week. We know we got a home game next week. We know that much. We will be home next week against someone. We'll be on the air at 6:30 with pregame and kickoff at 7. And this will be the last snap of the game, and that's going to do it. So the Grizzlies fall tonight, 28-24 to Manhattan. And a quick summary of what's to come on NWHS Grizz. We have soccer for you Monday at 3:40 against North in the regional semifinal game. Please join us for that, and we'll be back right here 1 week from tonight against somebody in the first round of the 6A playoffs and the march to state. Last thoughts?
I would say it was a good game. There's nothing much else I could say about it. I mean, I feel like kind of one of those grinded out games. Just Manhattan ran the ball, and I think that's where most of the clock went.
Yep.
And it gave us basically no time on the offensive side of the ball to do anything with it. And our injuries, too. Injuries cost us a lot on defense. And
the
really
defense,
fortunate.
the time of possession, because
they get tired. Tired bodies.
It was very lopsided in favor of Manhattan here tonight. So, and it was the Carter Aslan show for sure here tonight. So that's it from Northwest, 28-24 the final. Thank you all for joining us on NWHS Grizz. We appreciate it. We'll look forward to seeing you all twice at least next week. So for Max and for Craig, I'm Kevin Arkin saying once again, Grizzlies fall. We'll see you next week Have a great weekend and good night from Northwest High.